T.S.E.G. Welcome back to my channel. I was having a little bit of a spa face, whatever, self-care day today, and I figured I better record another video because it's been a minute. But yeah, here we are. I hope you're enjoying my Men in Black spa edition. Ah, jeez. I cracked myself up. But anyways, welcome back to TSEG's YouTube channel. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. I know I did. I thoroughly enjoyed my food, my family, two of my favorite things. So naturally is back to the gym, but I've actually been doing pretty well. Here in Miami, we're just coming off of Art Basel, which is like a big to-do here. People flying from all over the world, so it was great for freestyling. I didn't really do much freestyling because I had my regs, but yeah, a lot of girls came out here, and I couldn't even link up with anyone because busy. But busy is always good. So yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Vivian, aka Exotic Vivian. I am the host of the highly rated podcast T.S.E.G. And today we're going to be talking about how to quickly vet and categorize the rich men you run into while freestyling. Say no to time wasters. But before I dive into things, please subscribe and hit the like button below so we can grow this channel and others can easily find it. And as usual, my disclaimer, this is what I know to be true for me. You do not have to watch this video or follow my advice, period. Okay, so I decided to do this video because the other day, a lovely lady messaged me on Twitter. She was beating herself up saying that she fumbled the bag because she incorrectly categorized a rich guy that she met as short term when she should have classified him as long term. So for those of you who are new to freestyling and life, short-term freestyling is when you go out and meet a guy and make money that same day from him. Long-term is when you see him as boyfriend material, i.e., someone that will take care of you completely because he sees you as his girlfriend or his woman. And if you haven't gathered by now, you want the long-term guy because he's the guy that you can get money from for a longer period of time. Duh. And not to mention other perks like trips, shopping, spa day. You need to service your car, he pays for it. You know, stuff like that. Unexpected emergency happens that you need money for, he gladly gives it to you because he sees you as his girl. At this stage in my life, classifying men is like a sixth sense to me, but I will try my best to give you some pointers in this video. So let's start with short term. Here are some ways to classify a guy as short term. We've already talked about how to kind of figure out if the guy has money or not. But now, once you've gotten to that point where you're like, okay, this guy looks like he has some money. And of course, ladies, please don't beat yourself up. It's going to be trial and error. You're going to be learning new things every time you go out. So the more you go out freestyling, you know, the more tools you put in your toolkit and the more easier it will be for you to gauge a guy and see, okay, that guy has money. Me, I can smell it now. I don't even know. It's like like I said, it's a sixth sense. But once you classify him as, okay, this guy has money, he's clearly interested in you, how should you play it? So here is how to tell if he's short term. Number one, he's not local, as in he's visiting your town for a few days for business or whatever. Now, this always isn't the case because I have long-term regulars that don't live in Miami. I did a story time before the YouTube days of how I met a guy. I think we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. Oh my gosh. Hell life. But yeah, so that doesn't always mean that he's not going to be long-term, but I'm saying if he doesn't live in your town, chances are, you know, it's a toss-up 50-50 whether he's long-term or short-term. But he's more than likely short-term if he doesn't live in your town, especially if he doesn't travel to your town often. You see what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean he can't fly to where he is. It's just you're going to have to do more work to build that rapport. And based on other qualifying factors, you'll figure out whether or not he's going to be short-term or long-term. So yeah, if he's not local, chances are he's probably short-term, but then you can qualify with other things. Number 2, he wants to bar hop very quickly. Like he wants to go, oh, let's go here, let's go here. And he wants to get you back to his hotel room very quickly. Obviously, short-term. He's middle-aged and married. Again, this could be long-term too, but again, bear with me here. But if he's married, you know, doesn't live in your town, middle-aged, looks lonely and bored, he might be short-term, but he also could end up liking you and doing more long-term. So just keep that in mind. And then there's the obvious, you can tell he's looking for company. This I can't teach you. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. But this girl, I believe her mistake was she met a group of guys, and I don't even think they were married, but they were rich. So that's a big thing to watch out for. If he's single, unless you get, strip club client vibes, or, he's just blowing money vibes like that, he's probably going to be somebody you're going to work on for the long term. Don't try to sell him short term, because that's what she tried to do, and it ended up backfiring, and she's like, oh my God, I fumbled the bag. But there are other bags, so it's fine. Trial and error. So let's recap. For short term, he's not local. He wants to bar hop and get you back to his hotel very quickly. He's middle-aged and married, and he's clearly looking for company. Okay, I mean, there are other qualifiers too. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna post this on our Patreon page, patreon.com/TSEGP. You can actually comment on this video on our Patreon page if you have other questions as far as qualifying him for short-term or long-term, and I'll answer it personally. It's just $1 a month to join. So do that, and that way you can get a more personalized approach from me. All right, so let's move on to long-term. Chamomile tea. Okay, how to tell he's long-term. If he asks you more meaningful questions about yourself, like someone who's actually trying to get to know you, that's like a big, big sign. He wants to make future date plans. Also another good sign. Like he's not like in a rush. Like he looks like he wants to take his time to get to know you. He's making plans for the future. He's very open about who he is, and he tells you a lot about himself. Like he wants you to Google him. That's probably long-term, because short-term guys have some things to hide, because they're married or whatever, and they don't really want to let you know who they are, and you have to do your own kind of, Inspector Gadget digging. But this guy is more of an open book, because he wants you to know he's the shit. He gives you his business card. Ding, ding, ding. Definitely long-term material. And this one is just for shits and giggles, but it's happened to me several times. He invites you on his boat or to his box at a football or basketball game. There you go. But basically, he's inviting you to more quality things. Not just, oh, let's go to this other bar. Like, he's like, oh, the Make-A-Wish Foundation has something that I'm on the board of this weekend. Would you like to join me? Long term. So hopefully this kind of helps you kind of gauge things, and your wheels can start turning if you can kind of see where I'm gearing towards. Short-term guys tend to be more in a hurry and a rush. Long-term guy, not so much, and they're more open, and as open as they can be, because nobody's ever going to tell you 100%, but they're a little bit more open. And remember though that whether or not he's long-term or short-term, he is always going to be direct about his intentions. In fact, his actions towards you will tell you everything you need to know. So don't think, oh, you're going to have to play the guessing game whether or not he's into you or whatever. No, all that stuff has been qualified. He clearly is interested in you. Body language, everything, he's into you. It's just a matter of how do you want to play it. Is he in a rush to try to get you to his bedroom, or is he, trying to court you a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Anyways, I was actually having a pillow talk with one of my regulars, and somehow we were on the topic of my dating life, as we always are. He's like so fascinated with this world for some reason. But can you blame him? We're fabulous. And we were on the topic of my dating life, and he was giving me tips on places to go freestyle because he's like the type of guy you want to run into when you're freestyling. So easygoing, spends money. It's like he doesn't care, but of course he's attached. So he gives me tips on places that he goes with his, multimillionaire, billionaire boyfriends. I said boyfriends, guy friends. I'm thinking boyfriend for me. So he tells me, oh, we went there this week. Check out this place. I love it. So that's another tip too. Ask your clients where they hang out because chances are you will meet more men like him in those places. Of course, it has to be guys that you like and you can see yourself dating. I've gone to places that I didn't even know existed and cashed out thanks to my lovely suitors. Thank you guys. In any case, I asked him to tell me how he met his significant other, and he described it to a T. But the one thing that stood out to me was when he said that he paid for her and her girlfriend's complete tab. Mind you, they had dinner and drinks. He said he didn't even look at the bill. He just paid it. That is a power move. That lets you know a guy is definitely long-term and definitely interested in spending money on you. So, and that was a power move he did, and we were like fist bumping about it. I was like, look at you, you know what you're doing. He was like, yeah, you know. But yeah, he's like, he's the type of guy you definitely want to run into because he's like so easygoing. It just rolls, it just falls in your lap. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, of course, she gave him her number, and now they're together till this day, and they've been together for like a gazillion years. Also, she doesn't work. These are the types of guys that you want. Masculine men believe in taking care of their women. You won't have to convince him, you wouldn't have to convince men like him or masculine men to spend money on you. They do it naturally because that's what they believe. You wouldn't have to fight and struggle and explain. It flows. If it's not flowing, it's not it. Pack up and bounce. But yeah, that's it. If you have any other tips, please feel free to comment below. If you're trying to gauge, like I said, if a guy is short-term or long-term and I didn't answer a question or you feel like you're stuck or you have additional questions for me to answer, please feel free to comment under this video on the show's Patreon page, patreon.com/TSEGP. It's only $1 a month, and we have a nice community of ladies who are all on the same path, and I cannot wait to hear more of your success stories. Let's chat later. Bye.